Yeah, okay. New player circle. So,
Hey man, say man, you already know what I'm gonna say, man. It's your local neighborhood player, Damone Jr. kicking in the Player Circle podcast. When we don't try to fit a square into a circle. And hey man, today, man, we got the boy King Peel, man. Another segment, man. They say King Peel tried to fight Adam last night after the podcast. Why you ain't trying to fight young Ant Hefe? Don't care nothing but what the check say. What was the energy? You just instantly try to get on Adam. I don't know what's going on. This dropped just now as I was wrapping things up, so we finna get straight to this one. I ain't gonna hold y'all up too much longer. Without any further ado, man, y'all already know what to do, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get to the video.
Hey, everybody, welcome to No Jumper News on this lovely Wednesday afternoon. I'm in here today with the one and only Lush Uno.
What's up, buddy?
The man himself, Remo, who's posting something very, very important to Instagram, which you guys are all going to be able to go see momentarily. And, of course, we got Donnie on the boards. Jaleesa is going to be here momentarily. And, boy, do I have a story for you. So, for those of you who are not entirely tapped into the 4 hours or so that we did on the No Jumper show last night, had a very nice podcast. At one point, King Pill, let's just describe King Pill's mannerisms throughout this podcast. He was allegedly high and on shrooms. So that certainly was a different version of King Pill than we've ever gotten before. And
Very appropriate timing, let's be real.
what are you adding that to the story or something?
Nah, literally, as I just posted it on fucking No Jumper, I guess the last video uploaded is a King Pill video where he got the gum drop.
Because he knows that we're talking about him right now. What'd he say? I gotta see what he said. Okay, so what? He posted a reel. Adam almost got effed over. Cheap prick. Wow, this guy is such a lunatic. All right.
They say King Peel tries to fight Adam after the podcast. Fuck is going on? So this after he get pressed by young Ant Hefe, now he gonna try to get into it with the Wahite. You feel me? He try to fight Adam, they say, after he got pressed by young Ant Hefe. Like he told him, what's going on? We gonna miss some in this clip. They left it this long, no Diddy for a reason. That was lame. He ain't won't smoke with whoever pressed him. They said that's lame. He ain't won't smoke with whoever pressed him. Oh, he pressing Adam. Not that nigga put his hands on Adam. He'll never be back. He'll never be back. Oh, he recording and shit too. He recording niggas. He instantly pulling out their phones. They want their moment. Nigga want their moment. Nigga want their moment. Is it audio to that? Oh, he try to press Adam.
Anyway, we're going to get into this. So basically, King Bill was not his usual self. He was a very fun version of himself the first two times that we had him on the podcast. This time he came on the podcast, it was weird. He was quiet. He said he was on mushrooms. He was just silent, sitting in this chair, whatever. As the podcast goes, and he's being annoying too, because he was saying how he didn't like the topics. And I'm kind of like, that might be like the most inaccurate thing you could possibly say in that moment, because the topics were actually fire. We had really, really, really good topics. Obviously, a lot of tragedies, but we had very, very important things to discuss. And so he's complaining about the topics. It's kind of weird. And so one topic that just popped into my head, and people on the Reddit and everything are trying to frame this as if I was like really trying to set up an Ant Hefe King Pill beef, which is not actually my intent there. Hello, Julius. How you doing? That was not really my intent. But I asked and I mentioned, King Pill, you censored some of the disses out of your song. Now I'm going to give you guys the backstory on that. Is that when I was in New York, I was with Hit a J3, Bombed a Juno, King Pill, and the conversation happened while we were all driving around in the SUV together that maybe King Pill should consider censoring out some of the swear words from his, or not swear words, but gang disses from his songs, because in particular, there was one diss that could very much be perceived as a diss towards the 8 Trays. However, where King Pill is from, that same diss refers to another hood. Now, keep in mind, Ant Hefe from 8 Tray Gangsta Crip. When I said that he censored out the swears, I didn't mention who, not swears, but gang disses. When I said that, I didn't mention who might be offended. I didn't mention what it was, but very quickly, the Ant Hefe energy changed. And there's a clip, it's on the No Jumper Instagram, in which you could see Ant Hefe kind of turning up, not being super disrespectful to King Pill, but making it clear that he don't mess with that's not cool, etc. Everybody saw it, and then it got very, very, very awkward sitting on this couch, because you have King Pill reading the chat, you have Ant Hefe reading the chat. They're both facing directly towards the chat and are 100% paying attention to it, reading it, and the chat is going off on King Pill. You ducked it, you tucked your shit, you was a bitch, you was a pussy, you was ranked it, like, etc. You just, everybody going there on King Pill, basically clowning him. A few, maybe 5% acting like Ant Hefe kind of a bully or whatever. But the overwhelming narrative was, King Pill, you just tucked your dick between your legs. Anyway, we come to the end of the podcast. And I even noticed Ant Hefe kind of trying to like be a little cool to King Pill after that, like kind of saying like a few things to him, but for the most part, they didn't really interact. For the rest of the podcast, and King Pill went silent. He barely said a word for the entire rest of the podcast.
Ant did try to be chill, though. There's a couple.
And that right there speaks to him not being a bully. You feel me? He wasn't on no bully shit. I just had to let it be known. No disrespect will be tolerated. I'm a man, you a man. I ain't disrespecting you. Thou shalt not disrespect me. You understand me? So, with that being said, man, if he's still trying to talk to the man, you feel me? But it was just a little awkward. It was a little awkward because he felt marked out. He felt marked out because he was reading all the shit that everybody was saying to him till he started believing it. And he was feeling away up in here. All up in here, Gina. He was feeling away all up in here. You feel me? And it showed, you feel me, in his body language. Like I said, motherfucker, don't listen to what a motherfucker saying. Read a motherfucker body language. Telepathically be picking up on what the fuck is going on. You know? And his energy changed because bro just set him straight. And he felt the way when he got out of there. So he felt like he was going to pick on you, Adam, because you was next. You was next. You was next in motherfucking line. Shit, I could pick on you. That's why he pulled out his phone. He had to get a moment. He pulled out his shit and wanted to be chasing you down with a phone and shit because he trying to get his moment. No, nigga, it's too late to apologize. It's too late. You got marked out. It's over with. At least that's what the world say. Bro just said you, it wasn't nothing you could have did. It wasn't nothing you could have did anyway. What, you supposed to jump up and try to fight? You feel me? It wasn't nothing you could have did. But now you just fucked off your whole little steez. Now you just about to be wearing camouflage for nothing, buddy. Now you about to be a character looking like bruh man from the fifth floor for no reason. You know, you just fucked up everything. Fucked up your platform. Fucked up your check. Now you don't got nothing about a check to say. You understand me?
Times he would like respond to what he said in a chill way.
And to be fair, I kind of feel like we saw a little bit of a different version of Ant Hefe yesterday because of the fact that he came in no lean, notably, just got in a car accident or just got a flat tire in his car, And it just felt like we were kind of feeling like a degree of aggression from Ant Hefe that we hadn't really seen. Like even when him and Munchie got into like a weird argument about like who's the most violent race or if black people are bad for each other in society or some shit like that. Like the level that relatively simple argument got to was like kind of intense. Like it kind of ratcheted up the aggression to a degree that I wasn't really expecting. Either way,
dumb for even like responding to it.
yeah, that got kind of intense too. Either way, podcast ends, and I think everybody's thinking in the back of their head, we got to get these guys out of here in a timely fashion and in a way where nobody has any interaction, whatever. So what's up? So we finish up stuff here. We go out there. As I walk out there, I see that Ant Hefe is already kind of dipping and that Munchie's like damn near out the door and the Pomona boys and King Pill are the only ones left, right? No big deal. I'm like, okay, cool. They got out smoothly. That's good. I go. I'm hungry as hell. Start heating up my meal in the microwave. As I'm heating up the meal in the microwave, King Pill comes over to me and he says, yo, what's up with the money for the episode? Because I had actually told King Pill, I was like, listen, like, I want to try you out consistently on the Tuesday show. He said, all right, but bro, I'm broke, so I need money. Like, you know, are you going to be able to pay me? I said, okay, cool. We'll be able to give you a little bit of money for appearing on here or whatever. Is the music seriously that loud? What the fuck is wrong with these girls? Just so you guys know, it's a plug talk day. We got to make sure that door stays closed. This is insane. But anyway, so
Calvin Harris DJing in the next room.
yeah, shout out to Calvin Harris. God damn, I really just wanted to get through the story of these pieces of shit. Oh, they closed the whatever. Anyway, so King Pill starts coming over to me talking to me about this $200 or whatever the fuck it was. He's saying, yo, like, can you send me that money right now? I said, yeah, you know that group chat that I put you in with Josh? Just text that and Josh will send it to you by the end of the night. He goes, by the end of the night? He's like, I'm trying to get paid right now. I need that money to get home. And I'm like, you realize that like a lot of people who work here, you know, you get paid like every 2 weeks, every month, whatever, at the end of the week, etc. I'm like, it's not like, why are you acting like it's just like the most obvious thing in the world that you're supposed to be getting paid instantly as soon as you finish the podcast? Like, you got to chill. Like, the idea is that you're supposed to be on here consistently, you know, and it's like, why are you putting pressure on me to pay you instantly as soon as, you know, it just like struck me as a very weird thing. But his energy is weird. He's walking towards me. He's like really like kind of getting close to me and stuff. Pull up the No Jumper Instagram. We're gonna start reviewing the footage of what actually happened in the office right here because, yeah, it's very.
Me and Donnie were both there too, so
yeah. So I do have some people who can attest to the way that this whole situation went down. All right, let's pull up this video. Here we go. King Pill tries to fight Adam22 after their podcast. Now, there's no audio here, but we're going to be able to see the body
I mean, you can see it from
mannerisms.
that first pick. Look at the body language in the first pick. Looks
Yeah,
great.
okay, so let's press play.
You went on screen, right?
Yeah, obviously. So you see me to the left, and that's King Pill wearing the army fatigues. We love a man in uniform.
Yeah.
And so he's kind of pressing me right now. He's saying, like, you know what, can you send it right now? I said, Josh can send it. He goes, can you make him send it right now? I'm like, if you want, you could call him. He goes, why can't you call him? He's like, it's your business. You could call him. He's like, just pressing me about like the dumbest shit possible right now.
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you? What you mean you need to, bro, come on, you acting like a J, and this what happened when you hire J's. This what happened when you hire J's. I need it right now, bro. I need it right. That's how I'm gonna get home. That's how I'm gonna get home. That's how I'm gonna get home. Boy, don't come up here if you ain't got no way home. Boy, don't come. Don't come. If you need me to pay you to give you money to get your ass home, don't come. You or your Pomona boys. Don't come. If y'all need 200 to split between all y'all to get home, nigga, you brought them to No Jumper. They need to take you home. Nigga, I'm doing you niggas a favor. I got you niggas up here taking pictures and touching shit all in the back. Nigga, you niggas get me home, nigga. Straight the fuck up, nigga. On my mama, nigga, I gave niggas the access they didn't have before. Niggas can help get me home, nigga. We a team, nigga. We gonna figure this shit out. You tripping over 200. You supposed to keep coming and let the 200s pile up and then get one big check. You trying to get $200. $200? You tripping over $200? Get your junkie ass on, man. This nigga's a J. He won't be back no more. No more. Now you got 200. Here go your 200. Here go your 200. Here go your 200. No more, no jumper. You got 200 and now you done. Fucking junkie. No cap. You smoke crack, don't you?
And those are all his boys.
You see how Shorty had tried to reach out and like grab his hand and tell him to chill too, really subtly?
Yeah. And so, okay, I'm like grabbing my food out of the microwave right now, slightly off camera, and you'll see that I start to walk kind of across the office. You're going to see this in just 1 second. He's still talking to me in a rather aggressive way at this point. It's like slowly ratcheting up. And this is me walking away and being like, bro, you need to chill. Like, Josh will get it to you, whatever. Okay, go to the next one. And like you can see, he's kind of like in my face now, right? Look at the way he's walking towards me. Look at the body language. Look how he's like, and then look he just bumped into me, and then I kind of like push him away. And then his boys jump in here. They're pulling him away. They're separating him. So what's he do? He pulls out his phone, typical internet thug, pulls out his phone, starts filming. I'm sure he's going to drop this footage at some point. He starts calling me the F slur, starts acting like I'm a bitch. The reason why I'm in the cubicle now is because I was looking for a lighter, and I was actually grabbing one off of Mikey's desk. So I'm trying to light a spliff right now, and King Pill trying to film a skit. He's trying to act like real angry. He's mad. But his boys are the ones standing in between him. Now look what he does here. He knocks the balls off, and he's still talking shit on the way out. And his boys go, shout out to his boys, honestly. The rest of the dudes from Pomona, we got to give it to them that they immediately shut the situation down, because you got to understand, the 22ster keep that fire on him. So when King Pill is doing all this, I'm starting to do the math in my head, and I start thinking, okay, so what's the line that needs to be crossed here in order for the 22ster to up blick on cuh? Now,
Nigga, hell nah. I'm trying to figure out what's the line that needs to be crossed before I up blick on cuh. Ain't do the blood. He called him cuh. I see what you did there, Adam. I see what you did there. He talking about they don't know the 22s to keep that fire. Boy, I keep that fire on me. Boy, I got my fire on me. Just so you know. My fire on me. So that you never know. Shout out to Lil Duval. So that you never know. Got my fire on me. He said, I'm trying to figure out what line needs to be crossed for I up blick on Cub. Blicky with the switchy. A blick on him. The 22ster keep that fire on him. Just so y'all know. You thinking I'm a bad what? You got your phone up. I'm about to take out this. Cause I'm about to catch a case. Cause I'm about to catch a case. He about to catch a case. In that motherfucker. Tell everybody, don't bring no blicks in here. I got blick. I got all the fire we need.
Now, in my head, what I established almost immediately was like, if he punches me, I'm pulling out and I'm going to start shooting at him. Okay? That's what's going on in my head. It's like, that's the line that needs to be
ready to take it there with him.
Him just standing close to me is not enough for me to turn this into this kind of situation, right? But either way, like it ended so quickly, and his homies seemed like they were the ones that really like were more even-tempered. And I mean, his homies really, and like Lush can probably attest to this because he actually went to the neighborhood, but basically like you could tell that they appreciate the fact that they're even at No Jumper, because let's be real, if you're from Pomona, it's an hour away, you're not really necessarily used to like going to places like No Jumper or whatever, and they're looking at King Pill like, okay, he's the dude that's kind of getting our foot in the door to kind of be doing more music stuff, more industry stuff, more internet stuff. And so I think in that moment, his boys are kind of viewing this like, oh, he's about to screw up all the motion that we've kind of got going at this point in terms of the Hood vlog, King Pill being in New York. Keep in mind, yes, I did 2 interviews with King Pill. I was also in New York staying in the same hotel with him for like 3-4 days, right?
So you consider him a friend to a degree.
I felt like we had the kind of relationship that was actually legit. He's asking me for advice. He's asking me what I should do, what he should do in his career. He's asking me what, kind of moves he should make. He's telling me, yo, I'm thinking about moving back to the California area. I'm thinking about, if I move out there, do you think that we'll be able to consistently do content on No Jumper? And I'm telling them like, yes, bro, like I actually kind of believe in you. I think that you have potential maybe as a podcaster or whatever. Now, after the Tuesday show, I was very let down and I was very much thinking like, oh, I'm tweaking. Like I'm crazy because he sucked yesterday. Like he just didn't say shit. He was just sitting there quietly. It was terrible. So I'm already kind of checking myself in my head of like, oh yeah, that ain't gonna work because he showed up like the worst version of himself possible. He wasn't funny. He wasn't charming. He wasn't interesting. It was just boring. And then he gets marked out by Ant Hefe, quote unquote marked out. Some people could view that as being not a mark out and actually more of just like a check-in. But it was something.
A stern talking to?
It was a stern talking to, for sure. Anyway, the crazy thing about it is that the thing that he decided to use to turn up on me was just so illogical in nature because I've never had anybody expect that they were going to get paid like 5 minutes after the podcast ended. And when I tell them like, oh, it might take like an hour for him to get back to you, that you trip out like that and start damn near thinking about assaulting me. Like that to me was just so mind-blowing. And obviously anybody with half a brain could probably figure out how I feel about this, which is that I now no longer fuck with King Pill in any way, shape, or form. I have to admit, Flacco has been in the group chat telling us over and over and over, this guy is a J-Cat. He's a piece of shit. He's a clout chaser. Really, I should have listened to 4 Extra too. Said he was a smoker. Said he was a weirdo. Here we are. 4 Extra.
And you know why this happened to you, Adam? I'm going to tell you why this happened to you, Adam, because you got 4 Extra op on your platform talking shit about his hand getting blown the fuck up. So that's why it came around and bit you in your ass a little quicker than you say that what goes around comes around. Just came back a little faster this time. Motherfucker bit you in the ass, you feel me? That dog grabbed your ass, you feel me? That's what happened. That's exactly what the fuck happened, bruh. You had that man up there making fun of your homeboy, what you say your best. Let me tell you about my best friend. That's your best friend, 4 Extra, right? You got his op up there talk about him while he going through some shit. This wasn't the time to give him the platform. Wait a couple weeks. Wait till this shit die down. We don't give him the platform right now because this my boy. This my employee. But you brought him up there, and right after that shit, he tried to, you feel me? Because he tried to come up off your success by being up there, and now he trying to come up off making you look crazy by holding his phone up, trying to record him, getting at you type shit, nigga, knocking soccer balls off the wall. Now you can't come back. And I'm not sending a 200. I'm not now. Well, I'm sending a 200 just to get him out your hair, because then he been up there trying to break your shit over 200. Send him 200, get him out your hair. Now he cooked. He ain't nobody gonna fuck with him. Ain't nobody, you can't come on my platform. No, you try to fight Adam, dumbass. No, you can't come up here. Fuck is wrong with you?
Extra, I may have been wrong. Flacco, I got to admit that you were right about a lot of stuff, and I hate that. I hate having to admit.
Flacco being right.
Flacco being right is probably the worst thing that I could ever imagine. But that is, in fact, how this went down. And honestly, I think it was probably the first time that any rapper, person that we had on the podcast, etc., had ever tried to like do anything physical towards me in any kind of way, shape, or form. Now, when you watch the clip, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably going to rewatch this, you can tell that King Pill really like wasn't doing anything until his boys got between him. You know,
That's when he brought out his camera. And stuff.
That's when his camera comes out, and that's when it becomes the kind of thing of like, oh, like hold me back. I don't want to. Oh yeah, hold me back. I'm gonna do something to him. Like he didn't have that energy. He was just kind of standing close to me until his homies started jumping in between him, and then all of a sudden he's Hulk Hogan. Now I guess I'll turn it to Donnie and Lush, who are both there. What was this like for you witnessing this insane situation?
Well, first of all, shouts to the dudes from 456 that were there because I really feel like they recognized very quickly what time it was and the fact that they it could have been a different dynamic if they would have just backed his play. You know what I mean? There's other people like a 4Extras, for example. I feel like if 4Extras friends saw him getting mad, I don't know if they would want to come. They might be like, we're all tripping now.
You kind of got the vibe that this was not the first time that this ever happened, that they're sort of used to having to calm him down, and that when he is in that situation that they know that he's kind of a volatile person. And I think a lot of people in that moment probably realize like, oh, he's doing this to overcompensate for the mark out that just happened on camera. Because the whole time when they're reading the chat and they're seeing everybody say he's getting marked out, and then also you could see that Pill's phone kept lighting up over and over and over. Pill just texted me, I was high, SMH, facepalm emoji. Who gets high? Who smokes a bunch of weed and then turns into like somebody who wants to fight the boss man who's giving you opportunity?
Well, that's the craziest thing is shrooms typically make people. It's a terrible drug for like gang members to take because it makes you very docile.
Yeah. And you saw that when Ant was saying that shit to him, is that when you're on shrooms, that is the worst situation to be in to film a wrestling promo because it's fucking with your ego and your sense of self, and you're very much like a little ball of jelly and you don't really know how to react.
If Ant came at me like that when I'm on shrooms, I'd be apologizing for 5 hours straight, bro. Like they'd have to escort me out because I'd be like, I would feel so shattered. You know what I mean? Like
he keeps wanting to blame it on shrooms. This is like the third time he's blamed a mishap on shrooms, right?
Yeah, the shrooms thing is.
Like, leave the shrooms alone, then, dude.
Like, if it's having this adverse of an effect, but I do think you were on point earlier when you said that the other dudes realized the opportunity because like those guys be rapping, they have clothing brands, they have a bunch of stuff, and that's
now we got to make them famous.
Well, yeah, they're talented kids out there, and the thing is. You know, there's not like a Nipsey from that hood. There's not a, you know what I mean? Like there's not.
They got King Pill. That's the closest they got.
There's not like YG. There's not like a legendary rapper that's made. They don't have a representation to that degree. They have a lot of like well-respected dudes for sure, but this was like their, shot.
Everybody's trying to get their foot in the door, and I think they all kind of, regardless of what they might have thought of King Pill, I think that they were also kind of feeling like, oh, okay. This is somebody who's kind of kicking in our door and making it more of a thing. And it's like kind of opening doors for us. And so even if we think he's maybe not the coolest guy on earth, he's somebody that we could, use to help get more into the game.
But before me and Johnny give our exact accounts, I do want to ask you this because a lot of people, like, this is like the narrative that's being pushed, like, against you. Do you feel like it was kind of instigatory, you even asking that question? Do you think that was not a good question to ask?
I'm going to be real. King Pill had V1 of his song publicly available. It's got like 100,000 views or whatever. And then he puts out the remix of the song. And the words are different. The gang disses have been removed. To me, that's notable. That's the kind of thing that we would obviously talk about on a podcast. Now, I already knew the reason why he took it out, which was that, if Bompton G-Uno is going to be on the song, and he doesn't want Bompton G-Uno to be on a song where he's dissing people that would potentially start issues from Bompton G-Uno. Hit a J3 laid it out for us super logical when we were all together. Yeah. So I thought it was totally logical. I just wanted to hear King Pill explain it, Like I didn't think that Ant Hefe was going to turn up like that because I actually knew already that they had previously had a conversation about it, which is why I was so surprised that Ant Hefe came with that level of aggression. Now, a lot of people tend to ascribe malice to things that are actually the product of just ignorance. So I do have to kind of like say that my idea was not, oh, let's say this thing that's going to heat shit up between Ant Hefe and him. It was just literally like, that was not written down on the list of topics. It just popped into my head and I just said it. And as I said it, I kind of realized like, oh, okay, there's like a weird overlap here because one of the people that song might have offended is actually in the room. But that being said, was it intentional? Did I know that was going to happen? I mean, I don't have that level of foresight. I've actually never really seen that level of aggression or anything even close from Ant Hefe.
And you know, it's so funny because I keep telling people like that's one of the most like intense moments I've ever seen face to face in a podcast that I've been on. And people are like, it didn't look that crazy, but I guess the energy didn't fully translate.
It didn't fully translate on camera. I mean, you could look at Ant Hefe's face and see that he was on bullshit. Like he was looking at that nigga like serious. I think from watching it, I feel like King Pill felt the way that you lined him up for that. Because even he was like, see, I knew he was going to mention it up. So I believe that's why the energy was redirected towards you, because he really wanted to do that to Ant Hefe. But I guess when he got out there, he just flipped it on you. Hold on, this Wack calling me right now.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Yo, we live. We live.
Why everybody calling me talking about nigga tried to say something to Adam?
You didn't see the video? He tried to fight me last night.
Who did?
King Pill.
Nah, that's some buster shit, nigga. You should have got down with Ant. Nigga, Ant checked you. See, check this out. And look, Adam is going to be who the fuck Adam is. Right? Listen, Adam going to instigate. He going to do every with it. Listen, if you feed into it, that's on your ass. Right? Lush, now Lush the one, he be antagonizing, but Lush ain't Adam. Lush going to end up getting shocked out, respectfully. I see it coming. Right?
What do you feel like I did in that instance? I saw your post, Wack.
And you know I fuck with you.
No, I fuck with you too, but what did I do, Wack?
Yeah,
what the fuck?
What did Lush do?
This is.
Let me tell you the last two things you did. That shit you played with that little kid, playing with that body on. See, you certain shit you know Lush to stay away from. When you start to, I'm gonna be real. You are not Adam. Shit that Adam could get away with. You can't. You did some shit to me, but out of respect to Adam, I ain't gonna sock you out. On Paul Rue, you said some shit.
What did I say?
You're welcome.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, listen to me. Because I thought about it. I thought about it last night till 3 in the morning. I'm telling you this, and I'm saying this so I can make sure I refrain from reacting, right? Bro, Adam and my woman have a relationship. Adam shares her shit, posts her shit. They are friends. I understand Adam and my woman's relationship like Adam understands me and Leonard's relationship. It's very respectful. Adam knows this shit. Adam just don't be saying shit.
Adam like, nigga, hold on, nigga, me and your bitch got a relationship. I ain't say you had a relationship with mine. Adam like, hold on, you don't need a relationship, baby, nigga, what you talking about? You talking to my bitch? 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 You talking to my nigga? Wait. Me and R&B got a relationship. You and Lena don't got shit. You and Lena don't got shit. What are you talking about?
Because he violating Wack. Adam know that we got that understanding. It's cool. But you, when you say you fantasizing about my woman, man, I will beat your ass.
I did not say it like that, Wack.
How does he know that you do that?
I did not. That is not what I said, Wack. That is not what I said.
You can't do what everybody do. So when Adam ran his play, right? Boom, King Pill knew it was coming.
Yo, Wack.
Right? Everybody knew it was coming.
Wack, Lush did say that every week he goes through approximately 1 bottle of Jergens thinking about R&B.
This is complete.
Listen, I heard what you said. And look, I was gonna sock you out.
I did not say that. I did not say Jergens.
I was gonna get away with it. You know why?
It was Vaseline.
I was gonna get away with it because Adam know I want to sock out a dude they doing business with over his. He know how I am about that shit, right? He know. So he'd have got mad a little bit, but he'd be like, Lush, you playing because you ain't got that type of working relationship with R&B. You don't.
I fucks with R&B, bro.
But what I'm saying is, bro, it was a lot, and I gotta speak on it because Ant Hefe said something that was very untrue too. Ant Hefe is coming up there to pod. He know when he's sitting out with any blood or anything from the opposite side that at some point in their life, they didn't diss him, diss the C, diss whatever, right? He know that. We all know that, right? But when he said, off of May Trey Gangster, you didn't diss my hood, when a nigga dissed the Trey, he dissed it from the bottom to the top. Ain't no community diss. Community diss, if he would have just said he'd have dissed that hood, right? But Ant Hefe is coming up there with a clear mind to pod. Now, this other dude who been playing super Damone, when Ant got at him, ain't no checking of nothing from the opposing side without it getting going to a squabble. There can't no crip tell me, hey, nigga, what you say? And I know I said something. I know I said something dissing him. It's on.
So, Wack, do you think that this is going to seriously... Wack, is this...
Ed was just trying to conduct business, but I got to correct you. He absolutely did this.
Right. So, Wack, question, is this going to impact how King Pill is viewed or respected in the streets?
Nigga, but hold on, R&B. Who called me an hour ago flipping out? Wanting to come to No Jumper. What they say?
Oh.
King Pill homies is calling me. Time Bomb, 45, I don't know how they got my number. I had to tell them, you can't trip on Ant because Ant didn't diss Pomona, 456, Power Rule. He addressed the nigga that dissed the Trey. So all that trying to turn the aggression on Ant ain't with none of that. I fuck with Ant. He ain't diss nobody, right? And not to say Ant ducking no smoke. He a respectable nigga from respectable hood. But
isn't that the way he's supposed to say it though? He said like you ain't dissing my hood, like you wasn't doing that.
No,
like that's a check right there.
Okay,
but that's like
me saying, look, that's just like me saying because 607 said what he said to Munchie, the S word, well, I'm from Paul Rue, he ain't diss me. No, that nigga dissed everything part of that flag.
No, the way I interpreted it was that Ant knew what time it was, but he was letting him know, like, hey, you ain't do that. Like, you're not standing on your words. You didn't mean that.
No, but you're missing the point. You're missing the point. He absolutely dissed Ant's hood.
Right.
Nigga, I done did time. He know that. When the nigga dissed the Trey, that's dissing what he represents. Now, did he diss A Trey gangster direct? No. But I think Ant came up there with the mind, the pod, and he didn't even want to bring it up. Adam messy ass, that's what he do, him and Vlad. Adam brought that shit up, and I keep telling Adam, you gonna fuck around, and it's gonna go up. And if King Peel would have been another homie, right, they would have been squabbling right here in the thing.
Again, Ant Hefe handled it the way he was supposed to handle it. Come up there, Tupac. Don't let nobody mess up your money. My granny used to always tell me that. Don't let nobody mess up your Skrilla scratch. Don't let nobody mess up your Skrilla scratch. He handled it the right way. He said what he said. What Wack is saying is that, yes, he absolutely did this the thing, but like Ant was just carrying it the way he was carrying it. He may have not worded it the way Wack wanted him to word it, but yeah, like Wack said, he absolutely did this them. You feel me? He trying to cover it up and say, no, I was just talking about them. But if you said a derogatory word that speaks towards the trades, bruh, you dissing them and you didn't stand on it, and that's why you feel me, the comment section was saying what the comment section was. Now, as far as your homeboys being mad and want to pull up on young Ant Hefe, niggatry, stupidity, how you mad? Because your partner dissed me, I checked him, now you mad at me. This nigga don't get a DP? Where's this nigga DP for turning it down? And then trying to turn up on a white man. You feel me? Where's this nigga DP? Fuck is y'all talking about that like that? Come out to No Jumper. I can't wait to cover what young Ant Hefe don't care nothing but what the checks say. I got a feeling Ant gonna care about what these niggas. What you mean? What you mean y'all want to come up there, nigga? You understand me? I can't wait to hear what young Ant Hefe got to say about this. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, why King Peel blame you? I don't know, because King Peel, you the one put the diss in the song. You the one want to publicize it. You the one took it out. You did that work. You didn't have to do that.
But he was tripping on money, like really. That's why he probably was upset. But he came in whack. He came in with weird energy. Dude was on
Well,
shrooms.
I already told
He was
Adam.
talking shit about the topics.
My brother. Listen, that's my brother. I love him to death. I'm riding with him right or wrong. No, I love what he did with No Jumper. That's his platform. I'm only there to help him maintain, sustain, and build it. That's it, right? I stay in my place, right? The pecker on the business, and he the boss of that building. But I keep telling Adam, we giving these nobodies too much clout, too much fast, and they start to think they bigger than the program. That dude is only who he is because Adam took that New York trip and let him sit down at a time to where he really didn't earn it because there's nothing to it but him acting like a J-Cat. I get it, it's content, but Adam's gonna start to see that some of these cats, they letting it get. I did it with Loose Cannon. Loose Cannon really thinks he did it. The world didn't know who he was until I presented him to the world.
I kind of feel like King Pill is the loose cannon of the Red Rag at this point.
There you go, bro.
They need to do a boxing match. Anyway, I gotta go do plug talk. I'm sorry. I wish I could like break this situation down in even more detail. But shout out to everybody here. Jalise, lovely to see you.
Fucked up your bag, man. Fucked up your bag. That's a bad look. I don't know. You won't get no platform like No Jumper to treat you the way No Jumper was treating you, and you fucked that bag up. You done for up out here. Adam, you brought this on yourself many ways by asking a question, and also Karma, you up there got your homeboy's op on the platform, giving him a platform to dish your homeboy, and now it came around, bitch you on in your ass. You understand me? This gonna be a couple of series. I can't wait to see what young Ant Hefe don't care nothing but what the checks say got to say about this. You understand me? Y'all stay tuned for that. That's what happens when you hire a J though. When you hire a junkie, you get into situations where niggas is tripping about $200. You supposed to, just like a nigga ain't never had a job, so he don't know. You go to work for 2 fucking weeks before you get your money, nigga. Some niggas get paid weekly, but you go to, unless you a SA that's undocumented, you getting paid under the table. No offense. Unless, you understand? Unless you sitting in front of Home Depot. Big ass wallet in your back pocket. Lot of money. You ain't getting paid day to day, nigga. You getting paid weekly or bi-weekly, motherfucker. You supposed to let the 200s pile up and then get a check, so you got a check. You feel me? You need to learn from young Ant Hefe and care about what the checks say. You don't care about what the checks say when you want 200 cash after Apple paid to you right after the show. You don't care. You don't care at all. You already know what to do, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and we back with another one when we got another one. And
Yeah, okay. New player circle. So, get low.